An expanded Walk of Fame in Hollywood? Newly immersive theme park fan nights? Amsterdam-style cafes coming to California? All this and more is happening in Los Angeles for 2025. Stick around for the best updates and events you need to know about. Before we dive in though, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the devastating wildfires that have deeply impacted so many here in LA as we begin the new year. Witnessing the destruction and loss has been truly heartbreaking. And yet once again, this incredible city has shown the strength and resilience of its people. Los Angeles may be vast in size, but its diverse community always comes together when it matters most. I love you, LA. We'll talk more about the fires and their impact later in the video, but for now, let's get into the updates for 2025. Plenty of exciting progress is happening across Los Angeles, from Hollywood to San Pedro and everything in between, including LACMA's new building, which after 4 years of construction spanning both sides of Wilshire Boulevard, wrapped up most of its major construction work at the end of 2024. Previews will begin for select groups in spring 2025, while the official public opening is set for April 2026. It's a relief to know that the construction congestion in that area is finally easing up. Here's hoping the building's bold design blends well with its iconic neighbor, the La Brea Tar Pits. Just north of LACMA, the $1 billion Television City redevelopment project has officially been approved. The project will bring 980,000 square feet of office and production spaces, while also adding new commercial spaces and plazas along Fairfax Avenue and Beverly Boulevard. This area, right above the Grove, has felt very underutilized, so this is welcome news for locals and visitors alike. Curiously, both the Grove and the original farmers market opposed the project, perhaps to avoid additional competition. Either way, I believe this could end up being a big win for the area. Over in San Pedro, the transformation of their waterfront by West Harbor is moving forward by various stages. Soon in 2025, visitors will be able to enjoy the openings of new restaurants and food destinations such as the San Pedro Fish Market and the very popular Poppy and Rose from downtown LA's Flower District, a personal favorite of mine. When fully completed in 2026, San Pedro's West Harbor will also feature exciting attractions such as California's largest Ferris wheel at 175 feet tall and a 6,200-seat outdoor amphitheater. And once again, turning to the long-awaited LAX People Mover, it appears to truly be on its track this time for completion by December 2025, with full operation expected by January 2026. This is welcome news for the frequently delayed project, and preliminary testing of train cars on the tracks began by the end of 2024. Once operating, this automated train system will provide free 24/7 rides to the notoriously congested LAX terminals, with trains arriving every 2 minutes during peak hours and the full route lasting 10 minutes. It's projected to reduce traffic at LAX by 27%. I'll definitely be trying it out for a video when it opens, so make sure you're subscribed and don't miss that and more this year. Work is currently underway on a new master plan for Hollywood and the Walk of Fame. More on that later. Now, let's dive into LA's ever-evolving food and dining scene for 2025. Good news for lovers of outdoor dining in sun-soaked LA. The Al Fresco Outdoor Dining Plan has been extended once again, this time through the end of 2025, giving restaurants more time to apply for permanent outdoor dining spaces in parking areas, sidewalks, and parklets. Initially a temporary measure during COVID in 2020, many of these spaces have now become a staple of LA dining culture. Jade Rabbit in Santa Monica is set to open by the end of January 2025. Created by the couple behind Cassia in Santa Monica as well, this newer, more affordable, fast casual concept draws inspiration from a combination of classic Chinese American takeout, Hong Kong cafes, Cantonese banquet halls, and mainland Chinese cuisine. Definitely sounds worth a visit. Key in Little Tokyo is arguably the other most anticipated restaurant opening for 2025, with high expectations for its $285 Korean-influenced tasting menu. I see this potentially being one of the most frequently talked about dining experiences this year. Over in Larchmont, foodies can look forward to Max and Helen's, a joint venture between actor Phil Rosenthal and chef Nancy Silverton. Expected to open in spring 2025, the new spot promises an old-school vibe with a modern twist. Meidon Market, set to open in West Adams in the winter season of 2025, aims to celebrate LA's diverse culinary landscape while also providing a platform for small local businesses to flourish and thrive. I love what they stand for and I look forward to seeing what it's like. Oh, here's a truly potential game changer. Amsterdam-style cannabis cafes will soon be coming to West Hollywood and other parts of LA in 2025. Thanks to a newly activated law, cannabis retailers and consumption lounges can now serve non-cannabis food and drinks. I'm excited. Just picture this, sipping a cappuccino or snacking on a pastry while relaxing or working the way you would at any regular cafe or coffee shop, but with a twist here. Expected to be a boost for these struggling businesses, there's likely to be several popping up in West Hollywood and possibly elsewhere in LA throughout the year. There's also some great new food spots that already opened before the start of the year and which I covered in a recent video. Check it out for more info on the newly reopened Helms Bakery, back after a 55-year hiatus, in addition to the fast casual Thai street food by Love to Eat Express and the Caribbean fusion Bridgetown Roadie in Hollywood. In some sadder news, the Rose in Venice, a beloved institution for over 40 years and known for its fresh, seasonal Californian cuisine, closed in mid-December 2024. No explanation was given, leaving many fans expressing sadness and reminiscing over decades of memories from visits. Also in December were reports of another iconic spot, Norm's on La Cienega Boulevard, with its historic Goo-Gee architecture potentially closing and a new Raising Cane's location taking its place. Despite promises to preserve the architecture, local backlash was swift and fierce, and within weeks, Raising Cane's had backed off from these plans, announcing they had heard the community's concerns and were in discussions with Norm's about the future of the site. Looking into some of the most exciting events and activities to kick off 2025 with, taking place at the LA Memorial Coliseum is the MLK Day Volunteer Festival. Happening on January 20th, it's a great opportunity for service and unity in the LA community, whilst enjoying live music and family-friendly activities. Up in Pasadena, they'll be celebrating their claim to being the birthplace of the cheeseburger. The Pasadena Cheeseburger Week is January 28th to February 1st. A fun local tradition, restaurants will compete for various honorary titles such as Best Lunch Counter Burger and Best Veggie Burger. You'll also be able to enjoy special menu items and deals on cheeseburgers across participating spots. A great way to explore some of Pasadena's food scene. If you're a fan of Broadway, this one's for you. Having viewed a showing during my visit to New York City last fall, I can confidently say The Book of Mormon is an absolutely incredible production. A witty, wonderful story and beautifully performed. This Broadway show will be at the Fox Performing Arts Center in Riverside, California on the 28th and 29th of January, followed by further LA area showings at Long Beach Terrace Theater on February 4th and 5th, and the Civic Arts Plaza in Thousand Oaks from February 6th to the 9th. Definitely worth seeing if you haven't yet. In Hollywood, Wicked is currently playing at Pantages Theater until February 2nd, so catch it while you can. After that, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child's 3.5-hour production will be taking over from February 15 until June 22nd. This spring, Universal Studios will be going all out with their immersive FanFest nights, allowing fans to step into their favorite sci-fi, fantasy, gaming, and anime worlds like never before. I'm personally thrilled about the Star Trek experience, where you'll get to explore the USS Enterprise D, complete with the iconic bridge. FanFest nights run from April 25th to May 18th, with other experiences including Back to the Future, Dungeons & Dragons, and more. I'll definitely be there, so stay tuned for future content as I share the fun. And just below Universal Studios, the Access to Hollywood plan for the Walk of Fame is set to bring bus-only lanes and platforms for boarding alongside an extended sidewalk with space for seating and landscaping, on track to be completed this year in 2025. The improvements aim to create a more welcoming and accessible Hollywood Boulevard to visit along the Walk of Fame. And then of course, there's the Los Angeles wildfires, which have devastated parts of this beautiful city right at the start of the year. It all started with a brush fire in the hills of the Pacific Palisades, located near the coast in Malibu at the very edge of the city. Before long, it was exploding with the aid of wind gusts in excess of 100 miles per hour, sending tens of thousands frantically evacuating. There were soon more fires sparking up across the LA area, including the Sunset Fire right in the heart of Hollywood and also where I happen to live. It sent the area into a panic, with thousands attempting to evacuate the Hollywood Hills. I personally was located just on the other side of an evacuation zone, and fortunately the firefighters were able to get this blaze under control and contained before that zone had to extend to us. But other fires caused immense suffering and loss throughout the Los Angeles region. In Malibu, where the fires burned straight to the ocean, iconic restaurants including Moon Shadows, the Real Inn, Chelada Thai, and Rosenthal Wine Bar and Patio were all destroyed. Fortunately, each have confirmed that their staff were safely evacuated. In Altadena, there were community landmarks such as the Bunny Museum that were destroyed, a collection of hundreds, thousands even of rabbit bunny-themed items that a husband and wife had collected over the course of 40 years. All in all, as of the posting of this video, there has been over 24 confirmed deaths, over 12,000 structures destroyed, and tens of thousands of people reeling from evacuation orders, many of whom lost nearly everything. A benefit concert will be held at the Intuit Dome on January 30th, with more details coming in the future on that. Also, I have to say, out of all this pain and suffering, it has definitely been beautiful seeing the Los Angeles community come together and help one another in the face of all this destruction. This truly is a city of angels. If you wish to help in any way, I'll link several organizations in the description that you could donate to, including the LAFD Foundation and the Pasadena Humane Society, taking care of displaced animals. I'm confident Los Angeles will emerge from this stronger than ever, and there's still so much in 2025 to look forward to in this truly one-of-a-kind city. I love you so much, Los Angeles, and I love all of you that are watching this. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.